The Serengeti steppe, where every ray of morning sun pierces the golden grass and every breeze carries the fierce roar of the rulers. Here all life is balanced by a harsh law. Only the strongest have the right to exist. From here, their arduous journey begins, a journey woven with blood, sweat, and the raw instinct to survive. The king of the steppe has risen again, journey forth to become the king of the steppe. In a shadowed corner of the forest, where light rarely reaches, a lioness lies upon the dry grass, her body trembling after the exhausting ordeal of giving birth. Beside her, 3 newborn cubs, tiny lions born with eyes shut, their bodies small and frail. They cannot feed themselves, nor can they defend against danger. All they possess is a fine coat with faint spots, a camouflage that helps them hide in the thick grass. During the first few weeks, the lioness must separate from the pride. This is not only to shield her cubs from external threats, but also to avoid drawing the attention of the adult males. If a male discovers the cubs are not of his bloodline, he will not hesitate to kill them. Not far from where the lioness lay hidden, a hyena caught the scent of colostrum. Its eyes gleamed in the darkness, each step slow, yet calculated. The lioness, guided by her sharp instincts, quickly senses the looming danger. As soon as the hyena poked its head through the bushes, the lioness sprang forward with terrifying speed. Her roar thundered through the land, sending the predator fleeing into the night. This is the cub's first lesson. Life in the Serengeti is not for the weak. The lioness rarely leaves her cubs during those first weeks. Every moment, she must stay alert to every sound, every movement. Her eyes constantly scan the surroundings, ready to leap into battle if needed to protect her young. But in the Serengeti, danger is always lurking, and this is only the beginning of their trials. At 6 weeks old, the young lions are old enough to leave their refuge and follow their mother back to the pride. This marks an important milestone in their journey to adulthood, a moment when the world opens up before their eyes for the very first time. The lion pride is not just a place of protection, but also the first school for the cubs. Every adult female in the pride acts as a babysitter, gently guiding her cubs on how to recognize one another, understand the language of growls, and interpret territorial signals. The cubs, driven by their curious nature, begin to explore their surroundings. They stumble and tumble across the ground, but their eyes shine with excitement. One morning, while the pride rested by the river, a small herd of gazelles approached the home territory. The adult females scattered quickly, forming a defensive formation around the home. Driven by curiosity, a clumsy cub ran after its mother. Its tiny legs wobbled and thudded loudly against the ground. Startled, the antelope herd scattered and fled. The lioness, instead of scolding, gently guided her cub back to the pride. This is the first lesson to understand that in the steppe, every action must be carefully calculated. Not all young lions easily fit into the pride. Some are often ignored or even scolded by the adults. This is nature's way of teaching them that patience and adaptability are vital factors. Each day the cubs learn a little more, taking small but meaningful steps, preparing themselves for the arduous journey into adulthood that lies ahead. As dawn spread across the Serengeti steppe, the lions awakened. As dawn stretched across the Serengeti steppe, the lions awoke. This was no ordinary morning. After days of hunger, the pride set their sights on a bigger target, a massive herd of wild buffalo grazing nearby. Weighing up to 700 kilograms, the wild buffalo is no easy prey. They are strong, armed with sharp horns, and always move together in a herd. But for the lions, this is the ultimate test of coordination and hunting skill. From a distance, the adult lionesses began watching the buffalo herd. They showed no rush to attack. Instead, each moved silently through the bushes, closing the gap without a sound. In the background, the cubs also watched their home. This was their first practical lesson, to understand that the pride's power is not only based on strength, but also on the art of patience and calculation. One lioness paused, her sharp eyes fixed on an old buffalo standing at the edge of the herd. This was the perfect target, large but slow, and one likely to fall behind when the buffalo herd moved on. The old buffalo, though strong and full of fight, ultimately could not withstand the lions' perfect coordination. The lions quickly gathered around their prize. The cubs, while not involved directly in the hunt, were allowed to join and enjoy the feast, biting and tearing at pieces of meat. Learning to handle their prey under the watchful eye of their mother, for the young lions, this is not just a feast, but also a valuable lesson in coordination, patience, and even danger when facing powerful prey. Though they are the rulers of the savannah, lions cannot avoid the dangers that lurk from rivals, both from within and beyond. One quiet night on the savannah, while the lions slept after a hearty meal, the long howl of hyenas echoed in the darkness. That sharp sound was not just a warning of danger, but also a challenge. A pack of more than 20 hyenas approached, their senses stirred by the smell of leftover meat. Outnumbering the lions, they showed no fear. For them, this was an opportunity to get food without the effort of hunting. The alpha male lion, sensing the danger, stood up and let out a majestic roar, but the hyena, bold and patient, kept advancing. The battle began when a hyena charged in, trying to snatch the remains of a gazelle. Immediately the lioness rushed forward, her sharp claws sinking deep into the challenger, forcing the hyena to retreat. But hyenas never act alone. They quickly surrounded the pride, targeting the gaps between its members. A juvenile separated from the group, becoming an ideal target. The hyena charged again, but the lioness appeared swiftly. With a precise leap, she knocked down the lead hyena, causing the entire pack to fall back. Although they won, the lions couldn't avoid getting injured. The alpha male had a torn ear, and the lioness mother had deep scratches on her shoulder. But for the young cubs, this was the first lesson to understand that strength doesn't come only from muscles, but also from solidarity. When they reach 2 or 3 years old, the young male lions must leave the pride. This is not only a natural law, but also the beginning of their journey to find new territories and herds. Leaving the protection of his mother and the pride, the young male lion enters a world full of challenges. He must hunt alone, face hunger and thirst, and avoid larger predators. During this journey, young male lions often band together, forming small groups to increase their chances of survival. A group of young male lions can hunt together and challenge other alpha males to take control of a pride. After months of wandering, a young and strong male lion returned to the savannah where he was born. But this time, he was no longer a cub. Facing the alpha male, he let out a powerful roar, a challenge that could not be ignored. A battle erupted between two giant beasts. The sound of claws clashing and powerful bites shook the entire corner of the prairie. In the end, after precise and decisive attacks, the young male lion emerged victorious. The old male was driven away, and the lions accepted the new king. With a thunderous roar, the young lion declared his power, marking the beginning of a new era. As the sun gradually set over the Serengeti plains, the red light seemed to paint a majestic picture of nature. In that place, the cycles of life never cease. A new king has ascended the throne, but his responsibility to protect the pride and face challenges has only just begun. Meanwhile, a new litter of lion cubs is born, bringing fresh hope and vitality to the pride. The Serengeti Savannah, with all its harshness and wild beauty, is a place where endless stories of life and death are written. Every roar is a reminder that although life is short, the spirit and strength of the lion will live forever,